Ladies and gentlemen, Priest here with the Sleeper Hold and 217 Radio, and I am right here with Captain Charisma, one of my childhood heroes, Christian. I just got a few small questions
Well,
for
I
you.
have a question for you first.
Yes.
Is this a real microphone?
Yes.
It's kind of light.
Yeah, I know, but it
feel
picks
like
up
you're,
beautifully.
You're having a gag here
No,
at my
I'm
expense.
I'm not that good. I'm nowhere as good as you and Edge are.
All right.
So first thing I want to ask you is, I grew up, I watched you with the Brood and your whole vampire gimmick and everything else, and then you guys transitioned to the iconic gimmick of where you and Edge just had fun all the time. Who came up with that idea for that transition?
It's something that just kind of morphed, you know. It's like when you break away from something like the Brood that was kind of like the characters of vampires or the Lost Boys or whatever you want to call it. You know, you can only do that for so long, and when Gangrel, the vampire of the group, is split away from you, you know, you can't continue to do that. So we had to find other ways, and we also wanted to have some personality. We wanted to start to talk. We wanted to connect with the audience in a different way that way. So we just started doing things that we were driving town to town, and we'd make each other laugh in the car and do stupid things. We just started doing it on TV and figured if it made us laugh, it might make other people laugh. So this is kind of what we started doing, and it just kind of morphed and grew and built into this thing.
Did you have any trouble convincing Vince to go that angle?
No, we just started doing it, and it just kind of took off.
That's awesome. Yeah. So in all the matches you've competed in, what would you say is probably the most memorable for you?
I break my career up in two categories, tag team and singles. Obviously, the tag team would be probably the first ever ladder match with the Hardy Boys.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
the one that
That was
kind of
a great
put both teams on the map and kind of took us from being, you know, WWE wrestlers to WWE superstars, you know, and kind of launched us into a different stratosphere at that point. Singles, I mean, my favorite series of matches were my feud with Randy Orton, but the biggest moment would have to be winning the World Heavyweight Championship for the first time.
Absolutely. Okay, so also I know you have had your share of being in movies such as Shoot 'Em Up, Dark Rising, and Bloodstained Memoirs. What was your favorite role in the acting career?
Well, I mean, I was also on a show called Haven that was on Sci-Fi.
I remember that.
I was on 6 episodes of that. I had fun doing that. Also, I did a movie last summer that's not out yet called Supergrid, and I got to play a character called Curtis, who had a lot of layers to him. He seemingly was a bad guy, but kind of changed over the course of the film, and he really had a lot of, like I said, had some depth to him and some layers, and I enjoyed kind of pulling that out of him as a character. So as of now, that was kind of the most fun one. I was also on a Canadian TV series called Murdoch Mysteries. It was kind of a period type show. It's set in like 1905, so it was cool to kind of put on some old clothes and do an old like mystery type show. So that was a lot of fun too.
I'll have to see if I can find a way to dig that up. So one thing I also know is that you are a father. You have a daughter. Mm-hmm. Do you have any fond memories or stories about being, you know, fatherhood and parenting in general?
Yeah, all of them have been fond. You know, you know, something I thought that was pretty cool is. My daughter was like in a Walmart or something, and I was on the road, and my wife had handed her an action figure of mine off the shelf, and I think she was 2 years old or something, and she grabbed it and she said, "Daddy, it's Daddy," to the action figure. And she started kissing the action figure in Walmart. So I thought that was pretty funny.
How old is she now?
She's going to be 5 in October, but
wow.
you know, it's the whole thing, the whole parenthood thing is great. You know, it's like every stage is great, and every stage I think is like, this is going to be my favorite stage, and the next one happens, it's like, oh, this is going to be my favorite stage. They're all great, you know.
So it sounds like it's a true joy to be a father.
Yeah, it is, yeah, for sure.
So is there anything else going on in your life lately that you'd like to share with
I have
the fans?
nothing going on in my life. I'm a complete loser.
I don't think that, but
Yeah.
and again, like I said, you're one of my
Yeah, no,
childhood
well, we have
heroes.
the Edge and Christian ENC's Pod of Awesomeness. We have the Edge and Christian Show, The Totally Reeks of Awesomeness, coming back out on the WWE Network this fall. And I have another project that I just finished. I can't really talk about right now, but it's going to be also coming out in the fall, and it'll be a pretty fun one as well.
All right, well, there you have it, guys. Christian, thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Appreciate
It
it.
was a pleasure meeting you.
And if this mic doesn't work, I'm coming looking for you.
Talk to that guy right there.